Here we go. Oh, wait. Do I have a thing on my... No. Oh, that's just my beard. Okay. Today, my guest is not the year 2020. And frankly, what else do we need to know? But first, can I just make my own talk show? Well, apparently I can, and I just did. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Dave Brenn Show. It's a new year! Happy New Year! I was thinking before the show, maybe we should stop saying Happy New Year right now, because that acknowledges the fact that there was a previous year, and I think we just want to just not acknowledge that that happened. In fact, New Year, new glasses. For those of you that watch the show or that know me, you know that I have quite a large collection of glasses. Occasionally I change them up here on the show, but I'm going to put on a pair that I have never worn on the show. These are my disco celebration glasses, huh? Check these bad boys out. Whoa, gold trim, weird stuff. I feel like they make me look like the Swamp Thing a little bit. They got like these fins happening over here. They kind of got this goggly sensation happening. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about them, but I'm going to...
Yeah.
Oh, great. People are unmuted already. That's fantastic. That's okay. If you hear people talking in the background, that's because today my guest is my live Zoom audience. Yes, that is correct. I'm going to switch over to the gallery view right now. Make sure your pants are on. Here we go. There are my fabulous... Oh, no, Ron. Your child is in the background, Ron. Jeez. It's a good thing I tagged this show as not for kids on YouTube. All right. Well, these people here in my audience, they're going to be my guests for the day. I'm going to pop in there and chat with them, say hello, ask them some questions about their year, and find out what they're planning for the new year. Before we do that, every episode, of course, I blow the slide whistle. Because it's fun. If you don't have a slide whistle in your life, really, what are you doing? But... again, new glasses. It's time for a new air-powered instrument. Huh? Huh? I have a roommate downstairs. I think I'm about to scare the pants off of him. Happy 2021, everybody! 2021, show far, show good. All right. I just had to get that out of my system. And these are very uncomfortable. That's why I never wear them. So we're going to switch back to my other glasses. There we go. We have a lot of fun here on the Dave Brenn Show. In fact, we have so much fun that my live Zoom audience probably wants to talk about it. Now, the folks that you see here on the screen, some of them are new, some of them are old fans of the show, some of them have even been guests on the show. I think I see 1, 2, 3, technically 4, but we're going to count the Johnstons as 1, guests that have been on the show in the past. And it's great to see you all here. I want to say hello to some of you guys. I'm going to start. Actually, Ron, can I say hi to you first, bud? Oh no! How does unmute work? Yeah, there you go.
It comes on the screen, so it's really easy. Rather than where is it? Oh, it's right there, right in the.
Right there. There it is.
Okay.
Ron is baking. Is it already in the oven?
No, it's for tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. All right.
I have to make it in the evening. It has to set overnight.
Tell us again what you're making.
French toast casserole.
Wow, French toast casserole.
I had a half a loaf of French bread that was like hard as a rock. So I'm like, rather than throwing it out, I can make it for breakfast.
That's amazing. I love it. And is it? I mean, is it as simple as I'm imagining? Just like torn up bread and you pour eggs on top?
It's basically eggs, cinnamon, nutmeg, brown sugar, butter, eggs, and yeah, break
Oh,
up
okay,
the
good.
bread.
So not as simple as I was imagining. Perfect.
It's a
Perfect.
YouTube video. I'm just following YouTube videos. It's the first time I'm making it, so I've never made this before.
Oh, an experiment.
This is the
Nice.
first.
Ron, you were a guest on the show. You were my most recent guest on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back, saying hi.
No.
I went back and rewatched our episode, and I realized that I forgot to ask you the theme question for the episode, which was, what is your favorite tradition? We never got to that, so I'm giving you a chance right now to tell me, and it's probably not French bread casserole, seeing as how this is the first time you've made it. But who knows? Maybe that's a new tradition for you.
That's not a tradition. That's just breakfast.
That's
No,
just
we did talk about it in like the pregame show before the show, but we didn't.
Right.
But yeah, my mother is actually, her house is up for sale, which was my grandmother's house. So for the past 51 years that I'm alive, it started with me when I was born. We did Christmas Eve at my grandma's house. One of the uncles, somebody would dress up as Santa. All the kids would go up in the window and wait for Santa to come walking down the street, ringing this big bell with a bag of gifts. And then they would come down into the basement and pass out all the gifts to everybody and then say goodbye. And so we did that. And we had Santa bingo. So we had bingo, but it was Santa. We did songs. My mom did thing of jar of change, and you had to guess how much money. Yeah, it was a whole thing we did. And this was the first year it didn't happen because mom's house was up for sale and it got moved to my sister's, and they all went over there and I stayed home because they don't follow COVID restrictions.
Yike. Well,
Yeah,
so now you
so-
have to find new traditions. Do you have some that that you have replaced since then?
Well, we will go over my sister's, but not this year.
Yeah.
So we will get
Smart.
moved over there. And they took part and they had the Santa and they played the games and stuff, but we just didn't participate.
Yeah.
So-
What and how'd the sale of the house go? Did everything go all right?
We had a buyer and it fell through. We actually had we had the basement waterproof 15 years ago. We had photographs, everything, and they had a house inspector that said it wasn't done, and it's basically our word against theirs. And so we're like, all right, then don't buy the house.
Bummer, man.
So
Bummer.
yeah, so it went back on the market. So the house, it's in good condition. It's in a decent area, so I'm not too worried.
Right. I don't often talk about my other interests that much on the show because they're pretty boring. I'm hardcore into economics, you guys. Like, if you look at my podcast list, like, it's Freakonomics, Planet Money, Radio Lab, like all of these like really heady shows. But I was just like the next day after we talked, I was listening to this episode of Planet Money, and apparently during the pandemic, the housing market is like going crazy. Like, it's actually a really good time to sell a house right now. So fingers crossed, you should be all right.
Yeah, I do a lot of NPR, so I've been kind of keeping up with that in the housing market. And I guess the interest rates are low. So that's kind of the big reason why everybody's out buying houses. So
Right.
that's why I told mom, now it's time to sell.
Yeah.
And she's 72 and she needed some help. So it was about time anyway, but that was kind of like, all right, let's do it now.
Yeah.
So.
What'd you do for New Year's?
You're looking at it.
Perfect. I mean, you're essentially looking at what I did too. I was.
My daughter had two friends come over, and that was it.
Yeah.
No, we stayed home.
Kansas City, where I live, really knows how to blow stuff up. Starting at about noon.
Not compared to like what, Nashville?
Well, okay. Whoa. Yikes.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
You almost got your spotlight removed for that comment.
I say I deserved it. It's okay.
It's improv comedy. Anything could happen. But seriously, from like noon yesterday until about 1 a.m., there were fireworks going off nonstop. And my cat did not know how to handle that.
No.
He's also only 1 year old, so he's like never experienced any of this stuff. We also had our first snowstorm yesterday. So that was his first experience with like real snow. We had a little snow back in October, but
Did you
That's the
grow up?
holidays for you.
Did you grow up in?
Um, what's that?
Did you grow up in snow? I know
I
you're in
did grow up in snow. Yeah, I grew up in New York,
Okay, yeah. So you
so I
you
know the deal.
you know what it's like.
I know what it's like. I had when I was a kid.
Rochester, but it's okay.
What's that?
It's not Rochester.
No, certainly not Rochester. But when I was a kid, there was a big ice storm in like '96 or something. Just covered everything in ice, and there was a 40-foot pine tree in my backyard that was right next to a shed, and the weight of the ice made the tree fall over, and the root ball came up underneath the shed, so the shed was like 8 feet in the air, perched on top of a root ball. It was very exciting. That was the year I learned how to disassemble a 40-foot pine tree.
I
Turns
grew,
out chainsaws are really fun to use when you're 14 years old.
I grew up on 22 acres of woods. We heated our entire house in water with wood. So we had
That's
many times where we pulled trees down with like this come along jack, like you'd pull a car out of a ditch with, and we would pull trees down.
right.
And the roots would go popping up. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Ron, you are 100% on my post-apocalyptic team, BTW.
Jack and I'm okay.
Yeah. Ron, I would like to.
Please. All right.
No, don't go away. You're staying here. Well, you're kind of staying here. Because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you do a little bit of my job now. I'm in the gallery view here. We're looking at the rest of our audience. Is there someone in the audience to whom you would like to ask a question? And we're going to bring that person on.
Are you doing the gallery view, or should I just do it on mine?
I'm on gallery view on my end. You can do that too.
I'm going on gallery view on my end. All right. Hey, TJ. I haven't heard from TJ in forever. Happy New Year.
TJ, do you feel like putting your camera on?
If it's too early, we can wait. Just I don't see TJ that often. No TJ?
No TJ, I guess.
Pip.
Pip. Pip.
Pip. Down on the bottom, right down there.
Pip. We're going to bring Pip in.
God,
There
hello,
you are, Pip.
Happy New Year.
Hiya.
What do you want to ask Pip?
Me or the gallery?
You.
Oh, me. Oh, jeez.
That's
How you doing, darling?
Good, thanks, Ron.
Good. Long time no see.
I know. Shocking, eh?
So how's it down in New Zealand? Now I've gotten the news, and I know you guys are pretty much back to normal, not like it is in the States.
No,
Give us a
no.
brief update. What's the word on the road, on the street?
So we are more or less business as normal. Everything's opened up. No social distancing. Only masks on airplanes, aeroplanes. Our borders are closed. So anybody coming into New Zealand that's like returning Kiwis or people for work have to do forced quarantine for 14 days in a hotel with, I believe, a bottle of wine a day. It costs you, it's about $5,000. And then after 14 days, if you're COVID free, then you can go forth and travel throughout the country.
Good. I think Australia is doing the same thing. I had a friend from Nepal that flew there, and they had to spend 2 weeks in quarantine.
Yeah, they had a big outbreak recently in Sydney, so not so good there at the moment. So yeah, so we've got no COVID cases within the community, just a few at the border in quarantine. Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, how does it feel having a functioning government?
Yeah, well, we've been very lucky. I mean, we've got Jacinda. Jacinda has been pretty amazing because we had the big mosque shooting in Christchurch, and for such a young prime minister, she just dealt with that tremendously. And when I was teaching in Hamburg and stopped over in Dubai on the way, the taxi driver just wanted to know all about our prime minister, because they all knew the way that she handled the mosque shooting and things like that. So I think the thing is that she just more or less pulled us all together and said, right, this isn't about you. This is about the people that you care about. This is about your fellow Kiwis. Let's pull together and sort things out, and then we can go to fighting amongst ourselves after we've dealt with this. So, and that's more or less the way that we've handled it, really.
That's an absolutely refreshing and yet unimaginable way of addressing this pandemic. I wish that we had some folks here that could approach it like that. Sadly, we don't. But it's good to see you here, Pip.
Yeah, good to be
I
here.
think this is your first time joining us live, isn't it?
It is. It
It
is. Yeah.
is.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
I know. I'm loving it. This is so it's 3:30 on the 2nd of January here.
How is the future?
Oh, well, we woke up. We've had 2 days of rain, so we're thinking, But last year we woke up to New Year's Day and it was really eerily orange, and they were the big fires in Australia, and the atmosphere had come over to our island. So somebody just turned around and said that the rain is just washing away to put it bluntly, the crap from last year, and we're cleaning things up and we're ready for a new year. But yeah.
Somehow with your accent, swear words just sound delightful. I think you're allowed to say whatever you want.
Well, thank you.
That's great. Yeah, remember that? Remember how the year started off with some other disaster that we all promptly forgot about?
Yeah, yeah.
It's terrifying. Pip, what's something that you did this year that you're really proud of?
This year or last year?
Well, I guess technically last year. Yeah. I mean, if you did something
I haven't done a lot this year apart from lay on the couch and watch the Queen's Gambit, which was just obsessed.
Oh, I loved that.
Oh my God, it's so brilliant. And just binge watch the whole series, the best thing. So last year, last year, I think I caught up with a lot of technical stuff that I hadn't done before, and because we did go into forced lockdown for over a month, and our lockdown was only to leave the home for emergencies or one selected person to go to the supermarket, that sort of thing. So I got into a bit of decor. So I decorated the outside of the garage, because we did what I think you guys did as well, where you put like a stuffed toy in the window, so people that were walking around the neighborhood could go on a bear hunt. So I did a balloon hunt, and that was really fun. It was testing some skills trying out some stuff that I'd never done before, because I sort of hadn't really delved into decor. So
right, cool.
So that was great. Loved it.
And you did enjoy it? Because I know a lot of folks that tried it were like, yeah, but I'm making money, but I don't like doing this. But you enjoyed it?
I actually really enjoyed it. I just did it for my own pleasure. I just did it for decor and that. But I did we went in our different levels. So England has tiers. We had 4 tiers. And when we went down to tier 3, 2, I could actually do pickups, delivery, that sort of thing. So I organized the table and had the, all the sterilization stuff. But Kiwis are very, and people just say, come and give us a hug. And it's sort of like, oh no, this isn't so good, So I realized the social distancing, especially with primary school children, is really difficult. That was some new learning experience,
Right.
Where we were meant to do our social distancing and that sort of thing. It was like, it was a totally new learning experience,
Yeah, for real.
I think when you're in a small place, especially in my little city, everybody knows each other. So you usually just naturally go up to give somebody a hug or what have you. And now it was this sort of business, which was...
Yeah, the elbow bump.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
I don't know. I was really... actually, my friend Molly tried to get the COVID salute popularized. Like, let's just salute each other. I was like, that feels nice. It's like a sign of respect, and also like I am literally not shaking your hand. Just don't even try.
Well, if you go up to certain parts of our country, if you go up to Northland, which is right at the top of our island, there's a Northland greeting, which is this. And so we were doing a bit of that. But yeah.
I like that. That's good. That's good. I feel like that happens a lot. Like if you go to the bar, I think that's the common reaction. Yeah. Yo, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a bit, what's up? Yeah.
You want a beer? Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
And that was another thing that I found, is that because we can't travel internationally, we travel within our own country, and there's, it's a bit embarrassing where people have said, oh, I love New Zealand and I love Rotorua, and and I've traveled all over the world, but I haven't even seen much of my own country. So that's what we did. We hired a camper van and we traveled right up around the North Island, and that was
nice.
really amazing. Yeah. So
Oh,
it was
that's
actually
wonderful.
seeing, yeah. And I think the other thing is that I feel almost guilty to say this, but I've been really busy. But I think that's because I think as Kiwis, we appreciate the situation that we're in. And so people are celebrating if they're going to have a party. I've been really busy because people are like, we're just going to go out hard because we can,
Right. That's something that I think I've been like kind of waiting to see if it would happen. And I think it will once we get things under control here, is that like I have a feeling it's not going to be a slow trickle coming back. I think it's going to be a like, oh, we can party again. Boom. We're all going to have parties and it's going to be like nonstop. I hope so anyway. I think that's what's going to happen. Thanks for coming, Pip. I appreciate it. Is there anybody in the gallery here that you haven't seen in a while and you would love to ask them a question, ask them how they're doing?
Oh, I wouldn't have any intelligent question to ask, really.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I have an intelligent question to ask.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I never have intelligent questions either, so.
I'm interested to know about Benny. Benny, are you practicing your or you perfecting, or how long have you had your wee alien?
Yeah, let's check in with Benny here. I'm gonna add Benny in.
This guy I've had since I want to say 2013.
Oh, okay.
I got him at the ventriloquist convention.
He's cute.
Yeah, thank you. He was a gift from Terry Fader, actually. So he's signed on the back of his head.
Oh, wow.
Very
so
cool.
This was, I want to say, the second one made. Terry has the first, which is in his dressing room in Vegas. And then this is the second one. So he had just done a lecture, and I made a comment to his then wife that, oh, that's a cool puppet. And she's like, you want it? I'm like, jokingly, yeah, sure. And she went and got it for me.
Whoa.
So I'm on the Expo website with this guy.
That's so cool. So how long have you been a ventriloquist?
I think 2013. That's the year I met, that's how I met Sherry.
Oh, nice.
So, and then we became friends. She's my convention mom.
That's there. We'll add Sherry in here. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for popping by, pal.
Hi. Yes, Benny's my convention son because I don't have any real son. But
nice.
We love him just as much as if we would have him as a real son.
That's nice. It's always good to have someone that looks after you at the conventions, because Lord knows, I think we all could use a parent, right? to look after us at conventions. Yikes. That would actually be a great business to get into, like assigning a chaperone for each individual person that goes to the convention. Do you need to have that other glass of wine? Do you want to smoke that? Are you sure? Don't touch the balloons. I think we all need that.
Grandma V. Grandma V.
It's a huge glass, Lauren.
What is wrong?
Benny is my tech guy for the Zooms. So we're running the Zoom thing on Wednesday, starting
on
Wednesday for Super Jam.
Yeah, that's starting.
We have over 150 people signed up and over 14 countries represented. Amazing.
You said it's starting on Wednesday?
Yeah, starting on Wednesday. Yeah, the same day as the vote. Oops.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
No fights though at our thing.
No. Cool. So tell me, so Sherry, you are also a ventriloquist.
Oh yeah, hi, how you doing?
That's the best puppet I've seen so far.
This is the Rob Baltunas puppet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice to see ya.
I like him. What is he like what is he?
I am a pen.
That's a pen?
Yeah, it's a pen.
Oh, that's funny.
I sometimes put a little outfit on him. But I'm all cleaned up with getting ready for Wednesday, so I don't have any of my any of my toys with me yet.
Right. Sherry, how long have you been in the ventriloquist act?
Oh, geez.
Is that a question you don't want to answer?
I guess since like 2011, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right.
You were only, I thought it was more. You
Oh,
were only
maybe.
there a couple years before me?
I'm not sure. Oh no, I was there 2009. I have to go back to see which balloons I made. Yeah, maybe 2007. I don't remember. It's been, the older you get, the less you remember.
Right.
You were 2 hotels ago. I was 1 hotel ago.
Yeah.
That is how convention goers keep track of time. Wait a
Yeah.
second. Which hotel was that? Oh, okay.
I do.
remember.
I used to make a balloon puppet at every convention, so I would remember.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had this puppet then. I had that puppet then.
Right. We all have our ways of keeping track of time.
Yeah, it could have been like 2007. I don't really remember that.
Nice. Well, thanks for
I
coming.
didn't know
Good
there'd
luck.
be a quiz.
Good
They're
luck
sharing
with
the
the
balloon.
Florida Super Jam. What do you got there?
This is, I just got to turn down the brightness. That's Sherry with one of her balloon puppets. It's hard to see,
We
but
mostly see
Yeah,
us.
all you see is you guys and but they're all on my Facebook page.
yeah, if you go on her Facebook. You
Oh,
can
there
see-
we go.
There's
Yeah,
another puppet.
Yeah, that's
Dee
Dee
Dee.
Dee.
Dee
Dee
the
Dee's been
donut.
to Disney.
Nice.
But
Well, good luck, you two, with Florida Super Jam next week.
yeah,
Thanks for
Silly
coming
Jill
by.
signed up. Hi, Jill. She'll
Jilly's
be there
coming.
too.
Nice.
I just wanted to say how beautiful Roberta looks today with her lipstick on.
Let's check out Roberta. Hello, Roberta. We'll say hi to Roberta in a little bit.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, she looks marvelous.
Marvelous, darling.
Really, she really does. I can't get over how good she looks. It's scary good.
It is scary good. Roberta, we're going to come talk to you in just a minute. But first, we're going to take a quick break to thank my sponsors. If you watch the show every week, you know that my show is primarily paid for by my amazing patrons over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn. But I also have amazing sponsors such as Balloon Art Online and Balloon Twister Cookbook. Those are 2 great websites where you can get all kinds of amazing instructional videos to learn how to do amazing balloon stuff. Also, Balloon Artist College is one of my big sponsors because they're the ones that host all of the free content that I offer to my patrons over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn. If you join for any amount as low as $2.60 a month, you get access to my entire catalog of professional DVDs, as well as the over a dozen webinars that I did last year on all kinds of topics, not only just balloon twisting, but also performance. And I did one on juggling, and I did one about meditation. So there's all kinds of stuff out there for you if you want to learn. And also, one of my big sponsors is PopsTradingCards.com. Pops Trading Cards, makers of these amazing balloon artist trading cards. You've got, who is that? Katie Byrne. You've got Edwarl Daxon. You got John Reed. Oh, he was on the show. So was Edwarl Daxon. He was on the show. Go check them out, popstradingcards.com. I believe I got that right. I always forget if it... No, yeah, it is popstradingcards.com. popstradingcards.com. And of course, every week I also like to thank my patrons by name. And I've been going through chronological order, adding a penny to the gratitude jar for each and every one of my patrons. We have made it up to September of 2019. We're going to see if we can actually, we're going to do September and October this episode. We're going to add a penny to the jar for each one of my members, starting off with Maria Krichko. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, but that's okay. Ziva Gillenberg, thank you very much, Ziva. Joy. Goodbye, Penny. Joy. Joy didn't give a last name, but that's okay. Melissa also didn't give a last name. Also okay. Stacy Rodriguez. Thank you, Stacy. Ray Mulkey. Thank you, Ray. Marty Pants. Marty Pants is one of my sponsors. He was also a guest on the show. Go check out the playlist of the Dave Brenn Show on my YouTube channel. See my hilarious conversation with Marty Pants. Actually, real quick before I continue on, Marty Pants coined a term that just really filled me with delight and glee. At some point, he like bumped up his membership level, and I sent him a quick message saying, "Oh, thanks, pal. I really appreciate that." And he was like, "Well, some other balloon twister like randomly sent a gig my way, and it was like an extra $100." And I was like, whatever. It's financial incest in the balloon community, so I'm just gonna spread it around. I was like, financial incest? Good Lord, Smarty Pants. Anyway, Montserrat Villeneuve, probably mispronouncing that. Hugo LeMay, thank you so much. Arizona Rick, thank you, Arizona Rick. Oh, we got to scroll down here. There was actually quite a few in September and October. Roger Reagan, thank you, Roger. Emmanuel Raths, thank you, Emmanuel. And Karen Berger, thank you so much to everybody for helping me fill up my gratitude jar. And the gratitude jar is now officially over $1. With all of those pennies I just added, we have $1.04 in the gratitude jar. I'm well on my way to getting $10 in this jar by the end of 2021. Come on, people. Let's make it happen. Yes. All right. Now, before we get back to my live Zoom audience to ask more people some fun questions, I wanted to talk about something fun that I have been doing this year, or primarily in the month of December. My pal Buster Balloon, a.k.a. OG Toymaker, who, if you're not following OG Toymaker on Instagram, it's almost as bad as not having a slide whistle, honestly. Go follow OG Toymaker on Instagram. He's the best Santa that I have ever come across, honestly. I love him to death. And he's been making these hilarious little entertaining videos with him and his elf pals. And I had a chance to make a couple with him. And one of the reasons why I love Buster is him and I can get on a Zoom call and we'll just kind of start riffing on something. And recently I have just started hitting record from the beginning of any Zoom call that I have with Buster, because I literally have no idea what's about to happen and what funny nonsense is going to go down. And I'm glad that I record them because it's always great. So we just like literally hopped on a Zoom call for about an hour and we kicked around a couple of ideas. We took, at most, we did 2 takes of any given thing that we did. And then he did his magic and edited them together into these amazing clips. So I'm going to share with you 2 clips that I did with Buster Balloon this December for OG Toymaker. Enjoy.
Is that you, Santa Claus?
Santa? Santa?
Oh. Go for Santa.
Santa, this is Bloom, your accountant elf.
Yes, hello, Bloom. How are you?
Yes, well, I was counting the snowballs like you asked me to do.
Yes,
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How many snowflakes per snowball?
I'm going to have to get back to you on that one.
Just the staring. Oh, I love Buster so much. That was initially. So initially, when we had that idea, it was going to be like this whole thing where he's going to ask me to go count the snowballs, and then I'm going to come back, and then like I'll have these questions, and we go back and forth and back and forth. And we just filmed that first chunk of it. We were just kind of staring at each other. And thankfully we stared at each other long enough that the editing would work nicely, that we didn't have to cut. And then we both just started cracking up. We're like, that's it. That's enough. Just right there. Let's just stop it right there. So good. All right, that was Snowball. And I've got one more that I want to share with you. Here is me informing Santa that we have a little bit of a problem on the North Pole. Here we go.
Is that you, Santa Claus?
Santa?
Oh, go for Santa.
Santa, it's Bloom here.
Yes. Hello, Bloom. How are you?
Yeah, Bloom, your accountant?
Yes.
From the accounting department?
Yes. I got that. Go ahead, Bloom. What can I help you with?
Well, it seems there's a problem with the gingerbread men. Like we're going to be delivering 1,635,256 gingerbread men this year, and as
right.
you're aware, each gingerbread man has 3 gumdrop buttons.
Of course.
Well, there's a little bit of a problem. You see, the elves down at the gumdrop mine have been working overtime, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make the quota this year. So, but it's okay. I came up with a solution. All we have to do is reduce the number of buttons on each gingerbread man from 3 down to 2.6 buttons.
Bloom?
Yes?
How do you make 2.6 gumdrop buttons?
I don't know, sir. I'm just a numbers guy.
All right. Tell you what. Let's make all the gingerbread men with 2 buttons this year. Tell the boys down the gumdrop mine to take the rest of the night off. You too. Good work, Bloom. Thanks for bringing this to my attention.
Thanks, Santa.
This is my life. This is literally my life.
Woo woo! Oh, Santa. I think I'm the reason that Santa has to eat so many candy canes. It's a bit of a problem. Those were enjoyable. Go check out OG Toymaker on Instagram. Please support Buster and his awesome Santa character. Honestly, I would watch a whole TV show starring that guy. I don't know about you all, but I would definitely watch that. We're going to pop back over to the gallery view, say hello again to my live Zoom audience. Thank you all for being here. You know what? I'm going to say hi to the Johnstons now. Yeah, we're going to pop over to the Johnstons. Hi, Johnstons. Looking all warm and cozy.
Hello, friend.
Hello. How you guys doing?
Good. Really well.
Really? I'm doing great.
We're doing fabulous. And then Jeremy says, good.
Because Jeremy's honest. I'm just good.
I want to be optimistic.
Right.
I'm fabulous.
I mean, you are fabulous. You can be fabulous and still be doing really awful. You know what I mean? I think that's fair.
We're all right, though. Like, we're all right.
Yeah.
Not bad.
I love your background.
Thank you, sir.
It's delightful.
I did it myself.
Yes,
On
you
YouTube.
I love that. We were talking earlier about that there used to be a TV channel. I mean, I'm sure there still is a TV channel that plays that 24 hours around the holidays. Now, of course, you can get that on YouTube. But I was definitely the guy that loaded up the Fire YouTube video just to stare at it and see if I can figure out when it loops.
Did you ever figure it out?
So there it is, right there. It's right there. There. Right there.
You're so talented.
I'm so good. and then I was done. Then I could just turn it off, and I was okay. So you guys have been. First of all, I'm super excited that I discovered now that all of your Booze and Balloons videos are posted up on YouTube. That is awesome.
So fun fact,
Oh.
that's not even like half of them. I'm really proud of myself though. I finally did a page for Booze and Balloons and announced it today. But we did start doing it back in April of last year, and that was like weekly. So there's a lot of videos. It's just really time consuming. So 2021, I'm gonna get them all like actually put up and, you know, invite people to hang out with us.
Awesome. Well, they're great. What's your YouTube handle?
Booze and Balloons.
Booze and balloon.
So it's Booze and Balloons, because I wanted to kind of make it like the balloons are boozing, or it's booze and balloons. It's kind of
you can interpret it any way you want. Yeah.
Yes, and I kind of have come up with some little like characters for Booze and Balloons, and they're these kind of partying, crazy balloon guys that are like singing, and then they're drinking out of this little cartoon bottle that's also like singing, and you know, it's just because the whole show is ridiculous. So that's kind of the vibe I wanted.
The show is indeed ridiculous. And at least the episodes that I have watched, you definitely hit my most important key point, which is make me laugh in the first 30 seconds. And I think it was the Christmas one where you're in the dress, which by the way, amazing dress. And you just like came out doing this dumb dance.
Bells, bows, gifts, trees, bells, gifts, trees. And I was like, Jeremy, okay, so I just want you to come out and do your most fabulous walk. Like that's how we're opening. So
I nailed it.
It's me in my balloon dress, which is amazing that he killed, and then it's him just, you know, being fabulous.
Just working it. You are fabulous, Jeremy.
I know, right?
Yeah, you're so fabulous. I think you've been a guest on the show. You've been in the audience many times. I don't think our audience has yet to see your eyes. Entire time. Hey, he has eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
He's a man of mystery.
He is indeed a man of mystery, quite mysterious. Thank you guys. First of all, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming so regularly. You guys are here like almost every week. I love it. And also,
good time.
We only missed last week.
True, we missed last week. I'm so sorry.
I also missed last week, so.
I mean, we were here. Where were you?
Right. Yeah. And also, thank you for being an amazing sponsor of the show, Pop's Trading Cards, which you can get when it's a regular week. We usually have a balloon challenge, and we give a pack of Pop's Trading Cards out to the winner.
I think you should still give something away.
I think we still will. We still will give away a pack of Pop's Trading Cards. And they also come with this delightful sticker. What? Check it out. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you can't really see what my sign is in the background. Let me bring it forward for you. It's the Dave Brenn Show. Sick.
So sick.
Thank you. This made me so happy. You don't understand. Because like that sign, that was my whole intention, was like, I'm going to really go balls to the wall and like decorate my studio, make it absolutely perfect, lights and everything. And it's going to be a piece of legal paper with crappy Sharpie for my sign.
I love that.
So thank you for making this a real world object that I can touch and hold in my hands.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you, pal. I wish you guys a very happy 2021, and I hope you keep killing it with your booze and balloons. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cheers. All right, folks, it is coming to that point in the show. I hope he didn't leave, or sorry, she. We are going to head over and say hello to we have a new guest on the show. We have apparently, there's been a change over at Dave Brenn News. The old anchor has been fired, or I think he's in an insane asylum or something. And we have a new anchor Roberta, ladies and gentlemen. Roberta is here to read the news. I'm going to do a quick little intro here. 10 minutes of news in 5 minutes or less with Roberta. Take it away, Roberta.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm sorry Robbie Furman could not be here tonight. He was doing something very big and important in the balloon world because he's very big and important in the balloon world. Let me just take off my shoes real quick here. Oh, they're killing me. Sorry. But just wanted to go over some things with everyone and to say hello. I'm Roberta. Okay, not Robbie Furman, but I just wanted to just say hello to everyone and just keep an eye on everyone. And I want to see if we can finally, I figured you out. Dave Brenn, for many you don't know, sent me on assignment this week to find where Martin Lemire was, okay? And I don't know if you've been not realizing, but during this whole show, I have been sitting here looking at every one of your pictures, trying to figure out where Martin Lemire is. Because the guy, first off, Dave, as we talked about, is from this country, he said, Quebec. There's no country called Quebec, okay? So that's one, okay? And every week, if you note, he's been coming in costume. This week, I found you, Martin Lemire, and I can see you right now. That is the worst costume you've ever done, okay? You look nothing like Larry Moss, okay? Your costume of Larry Moss is so bad, okay? Let's just say, okay, Larry's beard, first off, is much scragglier than that, okay? So that's one, okay? The other thing, you did not get his beady eyes down at all. So I see you, Martin Lemire. I'm looking right at you.
You got me. You got me.
Wow. Now your beard, Martin. This is like a Scooby-Doo episode. Take off your mask.
Wow.
You've done it now.
Wow.
It was so close between you and Lauren. I was. it was a toss-up.
Wow.
What I do for this show.
Robbie,
I just want to let you know.
The commitment that you have to your job. The commitment you have to your job. Oh no. I feel like we could do a Laurel and Hardy routine. But I don't know.
Oh crap.
Oh,
it's
Robbie.
not the makeup, it's these panties have been killing me. I don't know how you women do it.
Wow, Robbie.
I got a Brazilian. I'm glad I did.
Oh no. Oh, good Lord.
So,
Robbie.
Signing off. Robbie Furman, signing off.
Okay.
I told you all.
Bye, Robbie. I don't even know what to say. That slow clap, Robbie. You seriously pulled out all the stops this episode, pal. One more time for Robbie. 5 minutes of drag in 2 minutes or less with Robbie Furman. Oh my Lord, that was hilarious. I am gonna pop back over to the gallery view. I'm gonna say hello to someone that has not been on the show before, which is Casey. Casey, do you mind saying hello?
Hi.
Hi, Casey. Thanks
How are
for
you guys?
coming.
Hello.
How you doing? So, I'm not sure if we've met, or maybe we have briefly. No, no.
Not in person, no.
So tell me
We
a little bit
haven't.
about yourself. Who are you? What do you do? And
I'm in southern Utah, St. George.
Mhm.
Just, I don't know, a couple hours north of Vegas. And I have 2 boys. I don't know. I've just been doing balloons for, about 3 years. And really appreciate everybody in the community. I mean, everyone's so fun and they're so helpful. So
It
anyway,
is a delightful
Yeah.
little crew that we have here, isn't it?
it is. Yeah.
How did you when you first started? What was your kind of foray into the balloon world?
Everybody always asks me how I got started. Like,
It's the
I
worst
don't
question,
know.
isn't it? As an
Yeah.
interviewer, I should know better than to ask that
Yeah.
question, but I'm asking.
I'm like, I just remember, this is weird, but my son in preschool, there was a talent show and one of the little 4 or 5-year-olds was doing it and I was impressed. And then a couple years later, my boy got one, at a fair or something. And it came undone, just a dog. And I was like, oh, and I fixed it for him. And I was like, oh, I'm so good at this. So, I don't know. But, and it just went crazy after that, I guess.
Right.
I don't know.
Did you go into the twisting route or the decor route?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just twister. I mean, now that, events are kind of far and few between, I've been doing a lot of like deliveries, but I really do like twisting mostly. And, I've been doing a lot of that, like candy cups and, like just dropping off bouquets, things like that. So, and that's been kind of nice because it just gets me to be more creative and stuff like that. So that I've enjoyed it actually. So
yeah, I mean, we're all obviously this year it just kind of sucks for those of us who are twisters exclusively. Those decorators still having delivery work. How dare you?
It's different, but it's fun. I think makes you step outside the box. I guess I would like to do parties more.
That is probably the most common reaction that twisters have when they start going into decor. It's like, I guess it's different. Different is not a compliment. I just want to say this for the whole world to know. But and what? How did you like learn new things? What kind of inspired you? Did you like discover classes or videos?
Yeah, I generally used, YouTube and things, and I don't know anybody like in town here where I live. I don't know anyone that does it. And I just I went to Bling Bling and I've been to one convention and that was very fun and helpful for me because, getting to talk with other people and do stuff with them. And that's a big learning opportunity.
Right.
But yeah, I just did like YouTube and then just kind of did my own thing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean I think anybody that has popped into the balloon world in, let's say, the last 10 years or so, is just like very, very lucky because there's just so much stuff that you can, get access to. Before that we had
media.
Yeah, I know there's all that stuff. I mean, it's a little bit sad. Larry's in the audience. It's a little sad that Balloon HQ is like not a place that people are really utilizing anymore because that was like you probably had. I mean, if you've heard of it, you certainly probably haven't used it because it's not something that people have been like using in a big way in many years. But like, I would wake up every morning. And the first thing that I would do is check Balloon HQ and see what Patrick Van de Ven or Jack Matson or Buster had posted that day. And that was kind of, for me, that was like my introduction to the fact that there's this global community of people that are super into it, that share all their cool stuff. I think actually Robbie and Larry had an interview recently where they talked about Balloon HQ, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, Larry, was that recorded, that interview? And can people get access to that? I'm going to add you in here real quick. What did you put in Dave's guest, Martin Lemire? Way to use OBS for good
you're
purpose.
Not the only one that can play with this silly stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
It was recorded. It should be on Facebook.
On
I haven't
Facebook?
gone
Okay.
back and looked for it, but I believe it is there.
Okay.
Robbie might know better.
Robbie's not here. Roberta is here. We'll have to ask her later.
No, we set it to record and to be there. I just haven't checked. I don't.
Robbie is nodding in the gallery.
Yes, on the I Love Balloon HQ. We started actually a page called the I Love Balloon HQ fan page on Facebook.
Oh,
and you can find
fantastic.
it there. It's there. So it was a great interview.
Yeah. All right.
I prefer to refer to it as the Robbie has too much time page.
Well, clearly, based on that makeup job that he's done, Robbie's got plenty of time on his hands. So yeah, so go
I'm
check that
working
out.
Hooters now. It's been a tough year, so I was already had the makeup on. Hooters Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Okay, here in Orange, California.
Wait,
Come on
say that
down.
one more time. You kind of broke up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here at Hooters now. That's why the makeup. I really didn't have to put anything on. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and every other Friday. Okay, 2 drinks special.
Sounds good. Thanks, Robbie. Casey, thanks for popping in and saying hello and joining the live show. Good luck with your future journey in the balloon world. It's just getting started. You're only 3 years in. There's still a lot more to go. So have fun, enjoy. And Larry,
you
while I
guys.
got you on here, let's say hi to Larry. Larry was also a guest on the show back in, I believe it was in September. And Larry is responsible for the fact that the show is in the form that it is right now, that we're doing it live through Zoom with OBS integration. You helped me figure all the technical stuff out. I was probably texting you way more than I should have. Larry, how do I make my microphone connect to OBS? Help me!
But you actually helped me. There was all this stuff on my mind that I wanted to do and wanted to try out. So I got to try through you. I watched all of your mistakes and it was better. So it was a good thing.
I love that. Well, sometimes you just need a project, right? Like, it's one thing to sit down and be like, how do I learn this software? But like, if you have a project that you have to complete, it makes you learn stuff.
You know, because I never have a project.
Yeah.
But I needed an excuse to find something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in fact, the latest project, the one that we just shut down because Christmas is over. Oh wow! Now that I'm like large, I have very weird lighting and shadows under my glasses here.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anybody.
There you go.
We did this year. We broke Christmas. With our Chill with Santa project.
Yes. How'd that go?
Well, it depends. If you're rooting for people to tell you how you broke Christmas, we did really well.
What? What do you mean? Tell me more.
Well, so the idea behind it was that Santa, it was virtual visits with Santa because you couldn't go to the mall right now. Nobody was going to go visit Santa at the mall with COVID. So we had all of this. Kelly is looking for her beard, I think. She actually
Santa
had,
have to have a beard, apparently.
Yeah.
I don't have imagination. So.
She actually had a much better beard than this silly thing. But what we did was we decided to rethink the whole Santa thing. Like, why do the Coca-Cola Santa that everybody has seen for the last, I don't know, 70,
100 years?
Or whatever it's been since Coca-Cola invented the image of Santa. And we said, Santa looks different to kids around the world. So during your virtual visit where you're seeing him in his home office, he could take on any form that other kids see him in. And we promoted it that way, that it was going to be multicultural Santas. We had female Santas. We had non-binary Santas. We had, and Santa was, dressed in a COVID casual style. The one thing that we did not do, the media loved it. People went nuts over it, and word got out there, and people talked about it, and we got wonderful reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But then people signed up and didn't read what the website said, that you couldn't pick your Santa, and we had people that got really upset, really upset, that Santa was what we told them the character would be. We broke Santa. And it really hurt because we thought we were doing something really cool. We had one Santa that only used ASL, a deaf Santa. we thought this would be great for deaf kids. And yeah, we got yelled at for doing this. So now that we broke Christmas, we're talking about, we realize what we've done wrong, and we're looking for a ferret costume so we can go break Easter.
Well, I'm glad to hear. I'm assuming by that hilarious comment that you don't genuinely think you broke Santa, and you're not going to listen to that nonsense that people gave you.
Truly think we did something really awesome.
Yes, I agree.
There were a lot of people that thanked us, but a lot of the people that thanked us were people that said, "Oh, I wish my kids were still young enough to do this."
Yeah.
So they weren't really our customers for this.
Yeah.
We learned that if we're going to do it again, and I think we are, because we had good enough reviews and enough people were interested. We're talking about doing it again, but we're actually going to let them pick their Santa. So if they want a traditional Santa, they'll get a traditional Santa. Because there were also people that said, oh, and like we learned partway through it that nobody read the website.
Right.
So when we had people yell at us, we were like, okay, we can't do this anymore. And we went back to traditional Santa, which is why Kelly put a beard on. Kelly actually played Santa. She lowered her voice. She wore a beard, and the kids absolutely loved her. So then we got people that said, oh, I was hoping that my kid was going to get one of your non-traditional Santas.
Right.
Like, no. So yeah, we're just going to let them pick next time.
Well, I wonder if, and we're not going to spend too much time like picking apart the process here, but like the thing that I really like actually about what you guys did is that you don't get to choose, because I think that's kind of the whole point, is like Santa is what Santa is. I mean, the only kind of place where I feel like, okay, it makes sense for someone to choose is like a situation with like the ASL Santa or a Spanish-speaking Santa. Like when it comes to like being able to communicate with the Santa, that makes sense. But like, I don't think, and you've got a year to think about it, but I don't think you should kowtow to all the people who are like, let me pick. I want to make sure I get the white old man Santa.
So I think we did a really good job, and I'm proud of it, and I want to take the same approach. But the reality is, during COVID times with no work, we would have made a lot more money. We learned this from all the feedback that we got, that we would have actually made money if we had done a traditional Santa, or if we let people pick.
Right.
So it's this toss-up of do what we want, what we think is best, or do what our customers want to pay for.
I think you've hit on a philosophical question that people have been asking themselves for all of humanity. Do I do what is right, or do I make some money? It's a hard thing to answer, but I want to commend you for doing what you did. I think it's a great thing. As soon as I heard that you guys were doing that, I was like, yes. First of all, you two are the absolute right people to be doing something like that, and the idea was amazing. So
yeah, I would, again, to show off, because you were showing off and playing your Santa videos, I was going to play a Santa video, but just realized that after having updated my laptop, it's not running quite right, and there's a sound issue, and it would be missing.
Well, if you can figure it out for the after party, maybe play it for the audience afterwards. Larry, what?
I'm going to tell you also how much you've inspired me.
Oh,
while we were sitting here, I did not have a chance because I didn't have the right supplies to go ahead and make a slide whistle, but I did make another little wind instrument. Oh, and now it's not going to work because I've been sitting and playing with it all this time.
Oh no.
So my little paper straw, and I have different sizes, so we can get different pitches,
different fart noises. It's perfect.
Because I'm working on a math video right now that uses music to teach fractions, and we're doing
nice
pitches and music, and I needed we're making a pan flute. So anyway.
Yeah, you're right. You never have a project, Larry.
Nothing to do
with
it.
A project. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for sharing your inspiration with us. Love you, Larry. Oh my gosh, you guys, this has been a great show. It's the time is already, look at that. We've gone like way over the amount of time that I usually do. It's been a delight talking to all of you in my live Zoom audience. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to all of you, but as usual, that's what the after party's for. We're going to hang out for a little bit more after the show. If you want to get your invite to the Dave Brenn Show live, head over to facebook.com/groups/The Dave Brenn Show. Click join. You'll get an invitation to come and join us live on the air. If you've been watching here on YouTube, please remember to hit like and subscribe. It actually does help me out a lot. I want to remind everybody that the theme music for the Dave Brenn Show is by Adi Somek and the Unpoppable Trio. My graphics are by Jonathan Wilson. My show is paid for by my sponsors over at patreon.com/Dave Brenn, and poorly executive produced by my cat, Baby Shark the Cat. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week. We did it! Happy New Year! Awesome. I love you guys. You guys are the best.